Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Bulls versus Nuggets NBA matchup on Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks every day, and when you give out that many picks, you're going to like some more than others. That's why we put those under the Premium Picks tab at Pickdawgz.com. You can use that discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make bigger bets. If that's you, go ahead and text the number you see on the screen. They're not available on the website. You got to text that number. But let's get to this one. Bulls taking on the Nuggets. Bulls coming in with a losing record, but playing some pretty decent basketball. Coming out here on the back-to-back, returning home to the United Center after playing the Milwaukee Bucks on Monday. Meanwhile, the Nuggets, the defending champs, they have had a pretty rough go of it on the road. And the schedule makers, well, they have put most of the Nuggets games on the road so far this season. So the Nuggets, not only, it's kind of the double whammy, right? It's like they've played a lot of their games on the road, and the road isn't where the Nuggets are known for playing their best basketball. I don't know. There's certain teams that seem to always get the breaks from the schedule makers and from the NBA, and certain teams that don't. And I think the Nuggets probably are one of those teams that don't. I mean, like here on the back-to-back after playing the Hawks on Monday. Meanwhile, teams like the Celtics, the Lakers, right? They all had the night off the night before and now play again. Same with Warriors. So it's like there's certain teams that it just seems get a little bit more favorable when it comes to the scheduling. I don't know if it's just coincidence or it just always seems to work out that way. Doesn't really matter. I think the Nuggets have already shown that, when push comes to shove, they do all the pushing and the shoving, especially when it comes to playoff and crunch time when they took home that title last year. And I think they did it fairly easily, and you saw them just roll through the playoffs like that. It wasn't like, miracle shots and like these, great games or anything like that. It's pretty much boring one-sided games all the way through. Meanwhile, the Chicago Bulls, speaking of boring and one-sided, they started the season with a lot of boring and one-sided losses. But ever since then, as soon as the team decided that they were going to basically disband and allow the players to go out and seek trades, well, that's when the Bulls have decided to play their best. And, we've seen the best from them in their recent weeks, in their recent games. I think the big concern for me in this one is the Nuggets once again being on the road, especially on back-to-back nights. The Nuggets offense has been solid. They're shooting the three decently in the middle of the pack in the league, but from the floor shooting 48.8%. That's fourth best in the NBA. The Bulls middle of the pack when it comes to defense. They've only decided to D it up in recent weeks. The Nuggets, well, they played decent defense all the way through, one of the top defensive teams, while the Bulls offense up until recently was pretty much dormant. I think this is just one of those tough calls as to which Bulls team and which Nuggets team shows up. I just think probably the value here is on the Bulls. I'm going to take the Bulls at home, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.